Welcome back to the Crypto Mastermind Show. Thought I'd do a quick little video. I think most crypto investors, man, they're gonna get slaughtered before the wealth shift happens. Most crypto investors, to be honest with you, they're just immature, man. They just keep looking at the price every day. That's all they do. They just keep looking at the price. It's stupid. They don't understand the fundamentals of crypto. They don't understand the fundamentals of XRP. We haven't even got crypto regulations yet. Right? That's one reason why you're not rich off crypto. Reason number two, not enough tokenization. You need trillions of dollars of tokenized value, all right? Put on the blockchain. That's what's going to drive up the value of these good quality cryptos like XRP, XLM, XDC. The third point I like to make is there's not enough liquidity yet. It's just too early. The ecosystem, the crypto ecosystem is not fully developed. There's no regulations yet. We don't even have the Clarity Act yet. So of course you're not going to get rich off crypto. It's foolish to think that. Yeah, you might get a small cap of crypto that 100x's or 50x's. Yeah, sure. But the likelihood of that happening is very unlikely. I think there'll be another massive crypto crash before crypto really takes off. Before it goes to the moon. I think they're gonna be a massive crypto dump. Because they don't the people that control crypto, these elite bastards, they don't want you to get rich off crypto. You gotta understand that. These motherfuckers will do anything they can to keep you poor. Just like with XRP and Bitcoin and all these crypto assets, digital assets, all these prices are all manipulated big time. It's manipulated. They use future contracts, they do dark pool stuff, over the counter trading and stuff. It's heavily manipulated. The prices are heavily suppressed. In order to get rich off crypto, first you gotta pick the right crypto, which most people have the wrong crypto. You gotta have the right mentality. You gotta have the right mentality. You can't be one of those people that's trying to trade every day and make 5% here, 10% there. You can do that, but don't do that with XRP or any of the good cryptos. It's very important. Just stop looking at the price, man. Crypto will take off, but it'll take off when it's ready to take off. It's not going to be easy to get rich off crypto. It's not. I hate to say it, I truly do, but it's gonna take time, effort, and a bit of persistence to get rich off crypto. I know. I've been waiting for a long fucking time, over 5.5 years. Oh, probably gonna be almost 6 years. I've been waiting, for this crypto crap to take off. I can't even believe I'm sitting here right now, talking to you, waiting for this crypto to take off. They can see the people that control the system. They can do anything they want. They can drag it up or they can speed it up. You need to protect your crypto. What if there's a quantum computer hack? You all don't think about that. This is why almost every time I recommend Caleb and Brown, because you get Fireblocks, institutional grade custody. They look after you. That's the absolute best. It's probably better than a hardware wallet. Or maybe you do 80-20 or 60-40 between a hardware wallet and a institutional grade custody. You can do that. You can do that. You gotta do what's right for you. Just spread your crypto around numerous places. Have majority of it in Fireblocks with Caleb and Brown. Then put some in the hardware wallet. Hopefully it's not a Ledger, Nano, or a Tangent. Those two wallets are no. Don't ever buy those two type of hardware wallets. Buy like a Aleppo or a Trezor or something along that nature. Don't ever buy a Ledger or Tangent. Those two are compromised. See, You can make millions of dollars, but you gotta wait. It's gonna take time, Buy the right cryptos, have a good strategy, you know. Keep your crypto in a secure place. Do not look at the price every day, please. Fair enough, you want to do a little bit of crypto trading here and there. Even I do a bit of trading, I got a trading bot and stuff. Sometimes I look at the price. But, don't just be mature, man. Some of y'all are just so stupid, a lot of y'all, no offense, you listen to idiots on Twitter and all that don't know what they're talking about. There's so much misleading news, I hate to say this, but crypto is run by criminals. Criminals, government officials, politicians, they're all involved in this big, if you want to call it a scam, crypto. Well, it's not a scam, but they rig it, it's rigged, it's manipulated, There's so many dodgy stuff, there's so many nefarious actors, there's so many bad actors and corrupt individuals, government entities, dirty money, criminals that are involved in crypto. You got to understand that, Most cryptocurrencies are a scam. You gotta understand that, Most cryptocurrencies are a scam. Yeah, you can make money off it, but they can do anything, man. They can hack your account. There's no crypto regulation, so they can do whatever they want. Cryptocurrency is a highly speculative asset class, so please do not put all your money in crypto, please. And even if you do have a good amount of money in crypto, spread it out at least with 5 or 10 or 15 cryptocurrencies at least, because at least if 1 or 2 or 3 fail, at least you still got another few more, At least one of them will at least get you rich, This is what all these other guys, they never talk about, they're just so fixated on getting rich, you gotta think long term, you know what I mean? You gotta think the bigger picture, It's just exhausting, man, looking at it every day. Why am I not rich? Why am I not rich? It's like, oh my God, man. Like, come on now. You gotta weather the storm. As the old saying goes, you have to go through hell before you can go to heaven, So unfortunately, this is part of the process, I'm trying to make your life a bit easier, trying to teach you what I know so you don't get burned, Whether anybody watches this video, I don't know, man. I really don't know. But if I can save for at least one person, at least help one person get rich, that's amazing, Because this is an amazing opportunity. It's like a once in a lifetime opportunity, But most people just get slaughtered, man, with crypto. They'll panic sell. You learn this one thing off me, and it'll save you most of the pain. All right, in crypto, you listen to this one thing I teach you. All right, and you'll probably be rich with a very high probability. All right. So crypto, all right, say it's XRP or Bitcoin or whatever. Bitcoin's at 100 grand, all right? You bought Bitcoin at 100 grand. 2 days later, it tanks. It dumps. What do? You panic sell. Right? And now you just got slaughtered. And then a month goes past, maybe a month and a half, 2 months. And then it goes back up again. And you just screwed yourself. You just panic sell. You see how stupid some people are, If your crypto dumps or tanks, just hold on to it, or better yet, it's actually an opportunity. Load up, buy more of it. If it's a good quality crypto, buy more of it. Because these dickheads that run the world, these elite assholes that manipulate crypto, they dump the prices so they can buy it cheap. And then you're the one that gets screwed over, Like about a month ago, crypto dumped, man. Like, I didn't panic. I just like, oh, okay. maybe load up. If you have a good conviction of your crypto, you believe what you're holding, you understand what you're holding, and if the price drops, who cares, man? Just ignore the price. Price is a distraction. Price is a distraction. Big time. At least for now, you know. If the crypto tanks, just load up more, man. Buy more. It's cheaper. Why would you not? You're getting 50% more XRP or Bitcoin. You know what are you complaining about? I don't understand why people are panic selling, man. It's dumb. It's absolutely stupid. That's the main reason why people get burned in crypto. You know, just stupid crap like that. I've never understood why. You know. I've never panic sell. I've always been loading up. Even when it tanks, man, I go all in. I buy up more. You know, especially if it's a good quality crypto. Yeah, some cryptos fail, but if it's a good quality, like large cap, good quality utility driven crypto, like there's no need to sell it, man. It'll go back up. It always has historically. You know. Just that one thing alone, that alone will make you a millionaire, you know, or drastically increase the probability of becoming a millionaire, you know. Don't get hacked. Store your crypto in a safe, secure place. Don't do too much trading. If you're trading, do trading with a different account or trade something else, you know. You can go and get your dopamine hit somewhere else, you know. That's my advice, man. Just play the long-term game. That's what I'm trying to say, you know. Don't be an immature investor looking at the price